two on this scene, where Charlotte is going to begin by, admittedly, already at the Raven's cabin, poking her head in, hearing some music fountaining out as she pops open the door and kind of the hello, catches wind of some of that there sweet singing.
Yeah, you'll hear it. Maria's a huge fan of stuff like Florence and the Machine, so you'll hear like the big bombastic echoing voices that she does with it. Particularly during the chorus, it's a real belter of a one, so it's, you can imagine why Fiona would like it.
I can indeed. Charlotte likes it too. Go figure. So yeah, it's one of those things where she like goes ahead and lets herself finish taking off her shoes, considers saying something silly just to kind of announce herself and startle Maria in maybe an endearing kind of way. But oh wait, Maria's singing. Ooh. So she doesn't. She just kind of potters in until she spots her putzing around, doing her thing, moving things from point A to point B, reorganizing, doing the "this is my house" behaviors.
Oh yeah, you'll see her just humming along, and she's like, she's got the music full volume. Things are being put off the table. It looks like maps and stuff that she was organizing. Perhaps maybe the Ravens are having a meeting discussing strategy. You're not quite sure, but Lily and Leaf are definitely not here. You can tell by just the telltale signs. It's just Maria. But you can hear her, like, the song will change and switch over. But you can hear Maria. This one, she gets a bit more into it, to be honest, because you know what? Fuck it. She doesn't know you're here. Like, she even lets the hair, like, the wild hair down. Which I imagine Charlotte's like, oh, you know what I mean?
Oh my.
Particularly with the, the kind of flies everywhere and the. So yeah, Maria's obviously enjoying herself. Oh.
Oh. Oh. Time to ruin it, I guess. She seriously considers just kind of seeing how long this charade can go on. Like, just put her into the kitchen, get herself a beer. But yeah, she doesn't want Maria to smack her. And Maria will absolutely pick up the closest item and smack her if she's startled bad enough. And
smack the shit out of you.
it's not worth it. It's not worth the blunt force trauma. So she'll lean in the living room door, wait till she's putting past again. A little louder this time, just be like, Maria!
Oh, she like whirls. You could even see the incoming, like, you know what I mean? Oh. With the part of you that realizes, yeah, she would have fucking belted the shit out of me. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. It's a good thing I did this while you were at a distance. I'm smart. Hey, you mind if I come in? Oh, good, thanks. Just kind of like plays it kind of reviewing the conversation they might have had if she'd answered when she got to the door.
She just gives you that kind of frown, like, Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, I said hi when I came in, but you didn't hear me.
While I was cleaning my house. Yells across the room over the music.
You are? You are definitely cleaning your house. And
I can't clean my house. You know what I mean?
You totally can. Fucking who? Yeah, nope. Sounds good. Yeah. You want a hand?
No. You misplace everything with your organizational skills.
Oh.
You put it in
Just
places
kinda like,
that I don't find, and then I'll have Leaf up my arse saying, where's this Maria? Where's that Maria? And then I'll have Lily being all fucking odd. So no, you can't.
Oh, okay.
Very, just the hair flip like.
A very decisive answer. Just kind of like, oh.
You hear it's like, oh yeah, Maria, put things in random places, and then that, you know what I mean?
Well, then I will just sit here.
I'm Leaf Orcs, and I put things in random places that nobody else can find.
Smirk. She's just like, I'm gonna just gonna take this chair, and I'm gonna let you rant.
She does spot on of Leaf's like, oh, I'm going to sit here and now put my book in random places that's not completely organized and I don't know where it is. So it's not. Whoa. Picks up the book and rearranges it perfectly, Katie.
Puts it out on the coffee table where he'll find it instead of shoved half
Mhm.
under one of the throw pillows.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like you got a pretty good system.
I do.
Pretty
When you,
solid.
live with, when you live with two fucking temperamental ghetto Fenris, you have to have a good system.
Otherwise, they'll get extra temperamental.
Oh no, they start snapping. And no, they don't hit you. They get bitchy. Bitchy.
I can't imagine.
And they proceed to bitch at each other, and then me, and then each other, and then me.
Sounds like a whole world of chaos that you're preventing with your organization.
You're goddamn fucking right it is.
So, well,
Well, what?
how much you got left to do?
Why? This is like immediately like, blur.
So I can bullshit with you a little bit without
Oh.
distracting you from what you're doing.
I can do this with my eyes closed.
Oh,
Just the hair flip.
just well then.
God, Charlotte, can't you organize your house with your eyes closed?
No, I
Not
think
you.
about it way too much.
I mean, you always did that. You always huff and puff.
I do. There's a lot of requisite huffing and puffing that has to happen.
And then you start doing the whiny face.
I would deny that, but you probably have pictures.
Mm-hmm. I remember when they asked you to wash up something, you didn't know which particular word it is, and you made a whole hillbilly haul out of it.
Maybe. Definitely. Almost certainly.
So what's wrong? Boom.
Nothing's wrong, actually, weirdly enough.
Oh,
I am not here to rant about the latest thing that is wrong.
that's good. You plugged yourself back down again.
Yeah, that's crazy, really.
Oh,
No.
well, I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, downright unusual.
Oh no, I mean it's not that unusual.
It's working.
Since you stopped getting the wild hair up your arse, it's been a lot better.
You know, the wild hair thing was. Man, that was a thing. As she just kind of like has that flashbacks to the fucking prismatic hair, just like, oh, God. I actually wanted to ask you about all the stuff that went down with Tori.
What do you mean?
I mean, the whole big announcement, and I was curious what you
Mhm.
thought of the whole thing.
Are you curious, or is your backman curious?
No, definitely me.
Are you sure, Charlotte Sullivan? Because he was telling me that he was speaking on your authority.
Right?
Oh yes, he came up to me at your wedding. After I got a bit, while we were all having a bit of a drink and a bit of a mosey dough. And he was all, we want peace and all this. And he tried to convince the lawless to form a peace thing as well. And but he said it was all acting on your authority.
The finger kind of comes up like,
Now, before you get your little diplomatic self in. Before now, I'm not giving out. This is not me. This is not me giving out. You can tell it really isn't. You know what I mean? She's seen
Yep.
Maria when Maria gets hot. You know what I mean? That woman is. Whoa.
Are you trying to direct the Fianna to a particular end goal here now, Charlotte? Because I'll tell you what,
Uh,
trying to convince a war pack, because that's what they are, a war pack, to campaign for peace and prosperity. You know, not to go out there and do what they were gifted by Gaia to do, which is fight and, you know.
I'm not trying to tell anyone what to do, Maria. I just wanted to talk to you about some things Torvi said to me. I wanted to at least make sure you were in the know on how the story goes and what she's hoping for.
Well, Alistair gave me some idea, although he looked more nervous, if anything. In fact, if I notice, he made a gesture. But I don't know. Didn't really seem that convincing.
But no, I'm not trying to tell anyone what to do. I just want to make sure people are on the same page.
Mm-hmm. You brewing some intertribal conflict? Is that what you're doing, Charles?
Conflict? Like, looks over like, what? Me? You even know me? Like, the face.
You'll look for it. I'm not fucking stupid. I know how to read a room very well. And there was definite tensions when that young girl stood up there and declared who she really was. You could see it in some of their faces. And now suddenly I have your beta coming to tell me that this and Fianna support and under your name, and now I have you here. Certainly leads things to the mind, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I bet. I'm not trying to arrange for war. I would really, really prefer war wasn't a thing, that we didn't take it to that point. I mean, I can't predict the future, but
Every major change in this nation is founded on blood, Charlotte. That's the first lesson we all learned.
oh, I know. I don't think it's realistic, but
No.
if I hadn't been hoping and pushing this whole time, things would have turned out a lot different in a lot of ways. So,
Mm-hmm.
so
So,
I'm not trying to create war. If anything, I'd like to avoid it as much as we can, but I'm not unrealistic.
keep saying that.
So, no, I did suggest, I'm not going to lie to you, I did suggest to Alistair that if he really wanted to tell the story that backs everything that Torvi's doing, if he wanted to reach out, you're the person to talk to. Because I know you're the person that I would go to.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what he said.
Oh, he painted a pretty picture. But see, he didn't go to me first. He went to the Lawless. Do you know who they follow, Charlotte?
I've got an idea.
No offense, Charlotte, but I don't think the children of Cockroach have much idea of our tribe and our war totems. Again, I'm not going to be offensive. You know what I mean? That guy wouldn't have a fucking clue at yours. I don't like the stories, but you know what I'm saying.
Huh.
But to put it into perspective, imagine trying to convince a pack to approach and support a cause which is just and noble. Again, I ain't saying it isn't. Imagine trying to convince them to do the opposite of what they are. From, like, imagine one of your war totems, you know?
Yeah.
But the problem is, he's saying it's coming off you. So you can imagine he's your beta. He represents you as much as you know, as Remy and your other packmate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Fianna are intrigued. We're at a very neutral point, particularly with this, particularly with all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
And let's face it, if we're going to put things into perspective, you're my friend. I trust you. I've known you the longest. I don't trust some of your pack, mainly because I haven't bled with them like I've bled with you. Do you know?
Yeah.
I trust her duty to kill the worm and Gaia naturally, of course, Jesus. You know what I mean? She's just a hand wave, like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? But this is more than just a simple, let's all band together and do our fucking jobs, isn't it? This isn't me saying no, Charlotte. But I'm an agent now. I have people who look up to me and who value my word, and my word, like you or your word yourself, carries consequence. And this is a serious thing. And again, I ain't saying no. I ain't gonna tell you to get the fuck out and fuck off. I ain't supporting you. But it's a very heavy thing to commit your people to. You know what I mean?
It is. And I don't expect you to just hear a pretty story and be magically swayed. I don't know what Alistair said, and I know how much it means to Torvi and how much it meant when we were there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's worth seeing if it means the same to you.
If anything, the problem I'm finding with Alistair coming to me, it didn't feel like something that the way you're coming with me to it. You see,
What happened?
a Galliard, when they're trying to sway someone, will give things that are intriguing, appealing, catching, but brief. You know? Oh, Torvi's people supported the Fianna, supposedly. But there's no mention of a case, a cause. Do you know what I'm saying? There's nothing, there's no meat. There's no substance. It's just because I said it, it's this way. That you can't tell a story to rally people that way. It felt as if I'm going to make this quick deal at a wedding where you're inebriated and you'll agree to everything. And that, you know what I mean? Whereas you're coming to me now as a friend in my own home, accepting my hospitality and sitting down and we're talking. It doesn't feel like you're trying to pull a fast one on me. It feels like you're coming to me both as equal guru of equal station and equal respect. You see the difference?
I do. I do. I think Alistair was just frantic. I think he was worried. And it wasn't the best way to do it. By any means.
But
I'd say he has his heart in the right place, but I can't say that he did right.
He needs some fucking perspective,
Yeah, he does.
particularly if he's going to approach my people like that. Now, the Lawless and I have a very unique understanding. And they'll, if I convince them of a cause, say it's in the right interest, well, they'll go to fucking hell and back.
But you're not going to do that unless you're convinced yourself. And damn sure that it's the right thing.
Of course.
No, it's just, obviously.
They're not just my people. I've grown up with these fellas. Some of them are my father's men.
Yeah.
I'm not going to commit my brother to a cause that might get him killed, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Of course not. So, I mean, I accept all that as a matter of course, but in the interest of doing my best, I can't say. I mean, I'm not much of a storyteller.
I've been hearing the story. Alistair gave me the story he told, and then the story he tried to sway. But I'm not looking like that off a fucking glasswalk of Faldadox.
It's a faint smile.
So don't try and pretend like you're something you're not to me. Because I'll fucking grab you by the hair and give you a smack right in your fucking scar tissue.
I wouldn't put it past you. But, no. Keeping it real. So, I went with Alistair back to the place where Torvi's people lived, back to their old sept. And a lot of odd things happened while we were there. It was like the story he told. It was seeing the history play out again from their eyes. People who, I'm sure, when it all happened, were just normal Guru, were massive blue-skinned monsters that just kind of descended on the sept like a tidal wave, almost. Just wiped everything out. And I wasn't with Alistair. But I could hear him. And I heard him rallying. And he's told me about old promises. And talking to Torve, it sounds like even before what we went and affected, the Sigurdssons were close to the Fianna. There was a connection there before that slaughter happened. It wasn't just people coming out of nowhere. It wasn't just what we saw and maybe changed. I don't know. But it seems that the Sigurdssons before that had a really strong connection to the Fianna. And it was something they treasured. It was something that held them apart from, I guess, the Trembusans and the Ulrichsons and everyone else. That was something their bloodline kept close.
It's a nod. All right.
And I'm not going to say hold fast to old promises when I don't know what they were and I don't know what conditions they were under. I don't know any of that. But I know that with only Torvi as an example, looking at her when she talks about it, it would mean a lot to her to know that she wasn't just bringing back one woman's blood or just bringing back a name, but she seems to really want to bring back what they stood for, all of it. Not just a surname, not just a particular set of genes. She wants it to be like it was. She wants to form the same bonds that they had. She wants to recreate something that was lost.
Okay. Now, nods. Again, it's an admirable goal. And it's not something that's not appealing. But here's, again, from a Fianna perspective. Torvi is an honourable woman. Her husband's an honourable man. I admire her stand, and the story is something that we Fianna would adhere to. Thing is, Charlotte, am I supposed to put my faith in your beta as a Fianna representative? Because that's what he'll be. I know all of us are different, but your pack is the one leading this endeavour. It's blatantly obvious to see.
We're the ones who've been the most involved so far.
Blatantly
But-
leading the endeavour, Charlotte. Let's not fucking sugarcoat here.
I'm not so much trying to sugarcoat as to point out that yes, we've obviously been the ones involved so far. Obviously. We've been leading the charge on this.
Well, there you go. That's what I said.
You're right.
Now, again, if you let me get to me point. You know what I mean?
Sorry, the hands
frowns at
kind
her.
of come up. Like, okay, sorry.
Jesus. Rolls her eyes. Can't even get to your point. Fucking grumbles for a second. She, sticks her tongue out at you.
Just, yeah, sure. She will just put the hands up and go, do the zipper lips motion. Like, I don't, lips are sealed. I'm listening.
Lean forward. In the war that's been fought so far, he came on one mission. Yeah, he killed some people. When the fuck did he rally any of the rest of us? I saw you out there. Uragabash. I saw even that little fucker. What's his name? The one that creepily follows you. Saw him rolling the fuck in. Even saw your ditzy Theurge. And that big fucking Silverfang. But I didn't see the man who is supposedly so great. I didn't see him screaming from the rooftops. Now I know some things he's involved in, but nothing. Nothing. Silence. When Ragnar died. Silence. Absolute silence. And this is the man I have to convince the likes of Crow's Eye that he is a worthy representative. You see where I'm coming from? I'm not saying I'm not supporting it, but I'm just one Fianna, and my name is my name. And it carries a lot of influence and a lot of weight. But I'm not in your pack now, am I?
No. What?
Again, this ain't a no, Charlotte.
Oh, I'm listening.
But if you were me, would you put your faith in someone like that?
Probably not. Like I said, I don't blame you. I don't think you're wrong. That's why what I think is that instead of this being something where you're all moving and acting with Alistair as your representative, you're the more known name. You've got higher rank. I'm not saying go through us to do this. I'm saying I think it would do a lot of good to talk to her yourself if you get a chance.
Oh, don't worry.
Exhausted, but I don't want this to be through me or through Alistair. I just
Charlotte, don't look over. Finally, it's like Kurt. It's like, oh, Maria, fuck. Whether you like it or not, you've already made it that way. You didn't tell us, only right at the wedding, that this was coming. Whether you like it or not, or whether that was the intention or not, it's happened now. She came up on the podium and you stood beside her. Everyone saw you do it. And again, not a bad thing. Nothing I have said is bad. It's not that I'm supporting it. But what your pack does is going to be critical. And our tribes are going to be watching keenly. I imagine your tribe is too. Imagine Remy's tribe is. Now the Fianna, we stood and applauded the girls' actions because they were noble. And your word carries weight. You're a storied Adrian. Got a powerful deep name. And you know, we're friends. More than friends. But it's different. You get what I'm saying? You're not our blood, not our tribe. I wouldn't be asking to speak to your glasswalkers now, would I?
no.
Again, I'm not saying no. But we need action. And you, clicks her hand towards it. Not from you. You're not the problem. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
When the hellhole in Scandinavia opened, everyone saw, everyone did, everyone said, we acted. And an entire army came to help. An entire army. But we followed. We led. We came over there. And we rallied. And we put faith in one of our own. And it's not like he's going to be some great leader or any of that shite. But if we want to see a whole bloodline restored, and all we see from one of our own is a quiet meep of a mouse, what does that say about the Fianna involvement? What does that say about our bloodline, about our people, when they tell this in stories? They'll sing your name to the high heavens. You deserve it. What does that say about my people? Now I'll do what I can. And I will help. But if you want Fianna in this, whatever this is, I need to see action from him. And until I see it, I'll help you, but I cannot guarantee my people's support. You'll have mine, which is enough, and it's big. I'm an agent, for fuck's sake. But if you want the whole people, you gotta convince me that he's your fucking beta, Charlotte. Because right now, I'll tell you, we'll walk over and sit down in front of her. Leaf thinks Remy should take over.
I don't know what to tell you. Because she kind of sways the hands. I don't necessarily think he's wrong. But I can't make a challenge happen. I can't make it not happen. I can't. I've said as much as I can to Alistair. I've tried. But if Raimi is suited and Raimi challenges, I'm not going to be disappointed.
Rhea just stands up and just cracks her neck a bit. Just lets that there's something about that bothers her, Katie.
You're upset?
I'm a Fianna. Would you like me saying that about one of your own?
Like it? No. But if it came to that, would I be angry with you?
Because I'm angry with you.
Nobody, I suppose.
I mean, if you want to assume I'm angry, that's fine.
I didn't say that. I was just making an example.
Just gives a shrug. Like I said, I've seen enough failures in my tribe now in the past year to fucking... I'm sick of it.
It's a sympathetic frown. I don't think he's some grotesque failure. But he hasn't had his head in the game. And I'm just doing too much too fast. For a beta who's caught up in something else, who's not keeping stride. I'm not saying he's a failure and that if he won, I'd be upset. I would expect him to take it as a wake-up call.
But if he loses, I suppose efficiency-wise, it'll be better, right?
He kind of shoots a little bit of a side glance.
There's no aggression in her face. Her face is quite impassive.
I mean, technically, yes. Raw facts wise, yes, it would be. But that's not all that goes into it. It's not that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf told me ages ago that a beta was someone who's supposed to either make you think or push you up, right?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm sick of my tribe being shown in the worst light. Hell, we're now even parlaying with Black Furies to get it to even talk to our own fucking kinfolk. So, forgive me if I seem a bit tense.
Yeah, of course. I hope that doesn't come across as an insult. Like,
No,
there's, sympathy, concern kind of flitting through.
no, it doesn't.
How hard is she lying right now?
Pretty fucking hard. You can roll against her if you like.
I will roll my perception Harrier.
Do it.
Fucking Bob.
I won't include a pure breed, that'll be nice.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Being a real pal.
1 success.
Let me let my roll 20. I want to say it's 10 dice.
Oh, it's 10 dice. I forgot about fucking Harrier.
Well, that and she had a pretty hefty pool to start with.
Mm-hmm. Wait, did I? Let me double check Maria's shit. I think I rolled the wrong dice pool.
I mean, feel free. Feel free to include your pure breed. That's legit.
Fuck it. I actually rolled the wrong dice pool as well. She's an agent now, so I forgot I gave her the increase and shit. She's got that. So it's 8. There we go. 1, 2. Hang on. So total successes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 ones. 3 successes.
All right, let's see what I got here. Hilariously, as soon as this hit 10 dice, I started failing miserably. Oh, except this time. Yay!
That's the problem with Maria's good. She's even like you notice even since she hit Hadrian, she's been bucking her stride. You know what I mean? She's got that big presence about her. You know what I mean? But she always has this one thing. Maybe it's the Fianna blood in her. When she's mad, she's mad. You know what I mean? She just has trouble. To be honest, Charlotte, you can understand. I think you're at her rage level now. Because you upped your rage. It burns. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's. I think you have a greater perspective on Maria's rage. It's just because you're at now. You can understand where it comes from. It's just she's fiery. You know what I mean? And she just can't help it. You can just. It's the touches, the twigs, the. You know what I mean? She is bothered by the fact her fucking people every time she meets a Fianna from Charlotte's Pack, he's always a fuck up, and she's fucking sick of seeing it. You know what I mean? She's a big prideful Fianna. You know what I mean? She's not angry at Charlotte. She's just angry at the situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She knows there's nothing she can do. So what does the Galliard do? But just go for fucks. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's some pretty understandable frustration.
What does Charlotte do?
Hmm. Maria, I I hope you don't think that I think any less of you and yours. Just because I've had some bad experiences. Just
Not you.
because.
But I've heard plenty of what some of your packmates have said over the passing time about my brothers and sisters of Stag.
What they've said.
I remember a little old Yolanda having a little standoff with all of us.
There's a face rub.
Like I said, I remember things. Like I said, I don't think you have a bad opinion of my tribe. If you did, you wouldn't be in my fucking house. Yeah.
Oh, I guess not.
Not to mention, one of my good friend of mine, well, no, I wouldn't say good friend, but a highly influential Fianna, kicked out of the Sept territory on your pack, well, your little Theurge's word, which affected my own reputation because I'm friends with it.
The face gets a little tense there. Just. It's that wince.
Because while the Silver Fox, well, the Grey Fox is a little bit of tension, from Fianna rivalry, the O'Neills are a lot more, they don't appreciate an up-and-coming family like mine, particularly with some of the things going on. And hearing that this means the Court of Wisconsin ain't exactly a friendly place for me at the minute.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Like I said, it's fine.
It's not.
Have I complained? Have I said anything to you about it?
No.
There you go then. If it was a problem, I would have fucking said something. I'm a big girl. Aren't I?
Yeah?
Well, there you go then. So maybe I'm just tired of hearing how my tribe I'm just tired of it. And now you're asking me to put a lot of faith and a lot of my people's faith on something which is, again, honorable, noble. It's downright fucking biblical. But I gotta look over. Just gives a shrug.
Maybe. Maybe for once it's about time that I make sure the right people are getting the limelight and I'm not just putting my head down and charging. Because I don't know how so many things have gone wrong between my people and yours, between my pack and your tribe. I don't. And it kills me every time it happens. I had thought that I made Cleith at least I knew you. And I can't say I know your tribe, but grew up around your family.
Oh, Maria. This is gonna be a hard truth that Gerald doesn't want to hear. Maria doesn't want to say robo power. Oh, fuck, she failed. God damn it. Fuck. Maria just takes a breath and puts up her hand very calmly, very steadily, actually. It's probably the steadiest Maria's been in this whole thing.
Yep. She stops. The second the hand comes up.
From your perspective, I'm not going to say this is the catalyst for everything that went wrong, because that's just being fucking immature and Cleith of me. But from your perspective as a Cleith, and from what I saw, the way things change, the way everything like that changes. what stands between us and now and all that, and again, it's what stood between us when we approached you to join our pack. Just stand up and just gesture down with her hand, like almost like a line. It's the ghost of Juno fucking Trimminson.
Charlotte may not look especially happy, but she's certainly not saying she's wrong either.
Again, it's not the catalyst for everything. I'm not gonna fucking throw that on you. Because I'm not Cleith. And I'm not emotionally fucking immature. Because it's not. You know what I mean? She gives a show. You know what I mean? Again, she's not being nasty. You know what I mean?
She's not.
And you've just had walking Juno Trimbinsons in your pack ever since. Because you feel guilty. Because you couldn't help her.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, you know, the expression someone makes when they're like, I need to chew on this for a second. Just, you know, you can see the tongue working inside her mouth, but she's not denying it. My hands are, you know, idly together, fingers kind of playing off each other. I haven't always done right by you guys either, though.
I will admit there's some feelings I have about what happened with my brother. But that is in the past. And I made sure you know that.
Yeah.
You know, Remy came to the house one day and started asking about Juno Trimminson. And I threatened him that if he ever talked to you about it, I'd fucking string him up by his fucking entrails, effectively. Because you know what I was worried about? That he'd just look at you like how other people look at you.
There's almost kind of a. It seems a little harsh to say a worried glance, but it kind of is.
Now, fucker turned out loyal, and that's great. That's what some people are saying.
What are they saying?
They don't say it in public, but it's always whispered. The honourable death. The convenient one that went out to die in battle before punishment happened. No, that's not everyone, Charlotte.
Yeah, there's just kind of a tense expression. She can't. I mean, again, she's heard it before. She didn't like it, but she's heard it.
No, that's not everybody. There are a lot of people who believe in you. A lot of big people.
How this relates to me, though, they think I arranged it.
No. To think you closed your eyes and took the easier choice. My guess is Juno knew she was going to go die in that battle because she was a goddamn fucking coward. And she did what most cowards do. Run away from responsibilities and go jump on the claws of the worm when the going gets tough. And she got lucky and saved people. So instead of earning the name of disgrace, she gets to be sung about in all the stories.
Oof.
Oh yeah, you're seeing it, Katie. Oh, that Venom man is fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is. Ooh, Maria. Just Jesus.
The only reason I haven't dragged that fucking cow's name through the dirt, and I would, is because she's my packmate's cousin, and you. Because I know, deep down, you would feel guilty.
Yeah, it's that little expression where she would love to deny that. She would really love to.
So, I don't say anything about her. I don't say a goddamn fucking word. And now, I get to hear about another. Got to hear about, Dean and him fucking you up. I got to hear about Alice and her oh so lovely mannerisms. I got to hear about Yolana insulting my people and forcing you to choose between your pack and our friendship. And now I get to hear about Alistair. Potentially fucking something which could help restore a bloodline and settle the old foundation because he doesn't have the balls to be a fucking Fianna. Now I get to sit and watch you fester again and again and again each time. My friend. My best friend.
Been a fuck of a ride, hasn't it?
You know what? I have quite had enough of being strung along by someone else's incompetence. So, if the Scottish fuck has a problem with me taking charge of the Fianna perspective, well, you can tell him where to fucking knock.
He has a problem with it.
No,
He's
no,
just
no.
gonna have to.
Holds up her hand. No, no, you can tell him where to fucking knock. He'll understand.
She nods, just because let's face it, this is kind of that. This is not the way she was wanting to get there, but this is kind of the
But
perspective she wanted.
now, if I do this, and I take the opportunity, you have to do one thing for me.
Name it.
Juno Trimbenson dies. Right here and right now. From your fucking stomach.
There's kind of initially a perplexed look. Just a bit. Just kind of that little, wait a minute. And she chews it over for a second, glances, up at Maria.
I will say this, Katie. You can see the little speckles of dark tinge in her eyes.
No more lost causes?
No more fucking lost causes. Nothing. From now on, you get the fuck up there. And if they're too fucking weak, then kick them down into the dirt. And they can figure out themselves how they can be fucking Guru. This is Winterwolf Sept. Not fucking Unicorn, Charlotte. And Charlotte, Maria's gonna do some food to you.
Do it, Maria. Because Charlotte's sitting here like, ooh. She's,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 successes of charisma leadership.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
Those eyes, they blaze. But they blaze with this fury, like her deep sea stormy eyes. So that's it. You notice all her family have. They kind of the dark tinge that they have is kind of like a visceral liquid that just seems to almost perpetuate in like a writhing storm. It doesn't go almost jet black like you've seen Damon's nearly go. It seems to almost blend together, and it's like a venomous wall of just fire. That's 10 successes, Katie.
Oh, well, apparently Maria's not playing right now.
Nope.
She's not even fucking around.
Oh, she's really yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Fucking
5.
Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 9 successes.
That is still intense. And I am trying to figure out how to process 10 fucking successes because, man, it's a compelling case you've made there, young lady. She nods. It's almost unconscious. She can't help it. It's just, yeah, that is one hell of a way to make a case.
How you feeling there, Charlotte? Because you just got fucking Fianna.
I did just get fucking Fianna'd.
Like you got, I'll
Me.
say this: 10 successes, you feel your blood boiling. Not in rage, but you I don't know. For some reason, Charlotte, I imagine your legs start even shaking with that adrenaline. You know what I mean? Come on, Katie, what are you doing? Yeah.
Whew. So, initially it's the thoughtless nod. Yeah, of course, totally. But the more she sits there, the more she kind of thinks about it. Let's it really stew. The more she's, the brown knits, the nod, instead of being a couple thoughtless ones, it's just her, giving one firmer one. The brow kind of knits. She gets a little bit of conviction about her. And just to make sure that I'm getting it right, the idea in saying this is no more essentially taking pity on people who she'd be kneecapping herself helping.
Yep. So now you've mollycoddled long a fucking enough. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that I get exactly what the intention is, because I was going to ask her to explain, but after that, I fucking can't. Like, I need to.
It's essentially no more modelly coddling, no more fucking clinging on to lost causes that don't want to help themselves. The people you have who are there with you right now, they're the people you fucking respect. The ones who want to be there with you, the ones who want to chase it, not the ones who are just going to fucking constantly drag you down by your heels.
So, is Maria standing? Is she sitting? Where is
she's
Maria?
up. She's up. Right in your fucking face.
She finally. There's a processing moment, there's buffering, and finally she pulls herself up. Pretty, not as sharply, not like explosively, but very firmly, simply, efficiently just kind of pulls herself up, snaps up, offers her a hand.
Your little eyebrow raiser.
It's a good thing I'm putting this in your hands, because I'll need both hands to set my own business straight.
I'll talk to Crow's Eye and see what he says. I'll put it forward the right way so the case is more compelling. They'll need time, naturally.
Of course. Like I said, I don't expect this to be a do what I say situation.
Oh no, if you did that, I would have broken your jaw already.
I would have deserved it.
You would have? Probably would have gouged your eye out as well.
Well, that's just getting excessive.
No.
It's a faint smile. I know.
You don't need to shake my hand. Just go
Maybe
ahead
I
and
wanted to hold your hand and say thank you.
You can thank me by going and fucking doing it. Smiles. Like, oh, do you mean?
Jesus, young lady. I will. Because you're right. And I hate that you're right.
Don't hate it. Just fucking own it.
I will. I actually will.
Well, go on. Does the gesture.
Oh, wow.
Just, go on, help me house.
She gets fucking shooed. I mean, at least she's upright. Maria has done exactly what she intended to and has planted an idea and has planted it strongly and has planted a lot of intention there. And there is more conviction. This has still been a friendly visit, but it's a situation where, no, she's walking out with shit to do and every intention of doing it, and a lot less uncertainty about should she do it this way, she's not thinking as much about how she needs to change it to account for someone else.
Cool. Where are you going now, but
She still needs to talk to Artemi. That still has to happen, and that is one of the forefront things on her mind.
Well, storm over to Artemi then, but up in the high clearing.
I will storm over. I'm storming the whole way. Takes a lot of energy, really. Storming that long. That's some long distance storming.
That's true what Artemi sees. Yeah.
Fucking Artemi, see that fucking march with purpose.
She's just she's sitting there on one of the logs, just watching. It's like me. Yeah, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna do shit and I'm gonna get it done and I'm not gonna. Ugh!
Let me guess. Someone has made a mistake and now you are preparing to come and.
Come and what?
Rant.
No, actually.
It raises a surprised eyebrow, like, huh?
I I know, it's the damnedest thing. I thought I'd change it up today.
And what are you here for then?
Well, I thought instead of talking about my problems, maybe we could talk about yours.
Just like a what? Do you know what I mean? Like the literal ha.
Caught her just enough offside to not get punched. Yes!
Just a literal like quay fuck. You know what I mean?
No, she plugs down over with Artemi, sits across from her.
Just the muse little like fucking glance. Like my problem. My problem. My. You know what I mean? It's just this kind of like, huh. I'm intrigued by this. I haven't punched you yet.
You have my attention. So, well, let's face it, I can't say I know all your problems, because that would be both gruesomely untrue and, I dare say a little forward. But
I'm intrigued to see where you're leading with this because you have started strongly and now you are
you've been talking to the room folk. A lot.
there we go.
I want to help.
And by help you mean
I want to push your initiative. I want to see this done.
why?
I mean, I feel like saying things like the fate of the world is going a little overboard, but because it needs to be done. And while I can understand his hesitation prior, things are in hand now.
Mm-hmm.
And this needs to be done, and it's needed to be done for a long time.
True. There has been instances where we've had to delay.
So now it's time to push it to the front.
I am trying to convince him to send a small PAX team to go up north to find out where Lyra has gone. She has the most contact with whatever that thing Melanthe found was. She could even probably be one of the conduits, Forgotten Heart said.
Well, in that case, all the more reason it needs to be done.
This will not be easy.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
No, I mean, I understand you have plans for Sunnydale. I know you've been talking to Forgotten Earth. But this will be something entirely different, and you know it.
I do.
Some of whoever goes might not come back. And if they do, it might not be the same.
I want to be part of that group. It's just declared kind of boldly. She's doing her best to kind of gauge how Artemi's feeling about it.
Just thinking, you know what I mean? Very solitary. Calliope's eager to go.
Sounds good to me. She knows her way around up there better than anyone else I can think of.
The Wormfoe is saying that one Adrian would not be suitable enough to lead such a group.
Has anyone else taken it up, shown interest?
No. Nobody has taken it up is because I will be the second Adrian.
A faint smile.
To do this, you will have to enter the northern woods. You're going to need Black Fury presence. And my pack is respected there. While I may be having some contention, Neri and Forgotten Earth are heavily respected. In different areas.
Alright.
Once we're at the northern woods, they'll be organizing a way for us to slip past the Wolves' Maw.
How are you planning to manage that?
We have our ways. There are many different gaps in Maria Trumanson's initial territory, and she has not conquered all of the woods.
It's just kind of the understanding nod of, all right. You keep your secrets, essentially.
But if we are to go up north, we will have to avoid the Red Talons and see if we can rendezvous with the Wendigo.
I can't guarantee anything. I don't know what connections you and yours have with Wendigo. Like, just a curious glance.
Once we pass Red Talon territory, we'll track them. If I know Long Shadow, we might have a good idea of going there.
If we know where we're going to end up, I could send word ahead.
No.
No?
Too many eyes. Sending word ahead will gain the attention of other things. The way I'm trying to angle it is if two packs are working on Heartsfire's behalf related to the expansion of Sunningdale. Sending word ahead to go all the way up to the Wendigo area? Would that not look suspicious?
It would. It definitely would. Alright.
He is concerned. Two packs. If we lose enough of us, that is my pack. And he is concerned that if I die, that is a valuable candidate for what's the replacement of water gone down the drain. Or if you die, that is another symbol of the war effort dead.
Well, I suppose we'll have to stay alive.
Not. If your people fall behind, they stay behind, Charlotte.
I understand.
I know you do. I've trained you.
I will make sure my pack understands.
He is weighing. If you can convince him to make sure that the both packs are a smart option, then we can make preparations.
So the plan is, as far as official matters are considered, we're going to Sunnydale.
We're going to the borders of Sunnydale, near close to Northern Woods, avoiding whatever rituals the Wolvesmaw are beginning to do. That is another problem for when we return. And what we find up north might give answers to what. You know what I mean? It's kind of like they're going to help you. You know, it's that type of thing. And Charlotte,
Yes?
tell the men in your pack. Get as much sleep as they can before we go. The men specifically.
I assume something's going to keep them from sleeping when we get out there.
Not in our sept. Not in the Northern Wood sept. I told you what is potentially corrupted, or at least an element of her.
There's a bit of an uneasy one.
I will put it like this. She, the Queen, as she was called, was a Galliard, and her songs are still used in our many rites. But her hatred of men even extends to the male metis of the tribe. Part of her broke away from the collective. My guess is that whatever this harbinger is, it lured her in. And whatever Lyra had found, the taint spread into her. She'll go for the men first. My sister once told me they used to do rituals out there. Secret ones. They would hunt someone down. They would watch him for weeks and observe what sins he committed. And if they were heinous enough, they would take him into the woods and hunt him. But they'd keep hunting him for days, keeping him alive and letting him forage. So his screams would carry in the night wind, so all the other males who committed the sin would hear Medusa's wrath.
And so there's a good chance that when we get up there, she'll start stalking.
Very likely.
All right.
My totem will serve any protection for my pack.
Do I have anything to worry about?
You're a glasswalker. Look over and smile.
A little face like, oh. And here I thought having boobs was going to help me out. Ugh.
But you are female. We must is to destroy whatever Lyra has become and figure out a way to cleanse that element of the first daughter. That's what Medusa is called. Her, Auriel, Ciento, Helena, and Itzame were the first daughters. We are known as the second daughters. They all became. They were considered the first Fury pack. You see,
Oh,
they eventually became our totems.
it's just kind of like the holy shit. 'Cause that's one hell of a story.
So be ready.
Like just a little like nod, like yeah, I'm totally ready. I'm fine. Yep. Yeah. I can do that.
Nod.
All right. Well, is there anything else I need to know to make all this, make this case to Skyripper to prepare the eyes?
Not yet. No, I do not believe so.
All right.
It's a nod.
I suppose I have a report to put together.
Gives a little nod along. Yes.
She finally pauses. You know, it's that thing where she starts to lean forward to stand up and pauses. It's back again. Looks over. Oh, at the risk of my structural integrity. There's a bit of a grin. How are you? Outside of this?
It's
Even
an
because
eyebrow
of
raise.
this?
It will be a long. This will be a test.
Are you ready?
Just gives her a look over at her like, bitch, who the fuck did you do to me?
She
It
actually
switches that
gets a
expression.
smile because that's what she was hoping to get.
Charlotte Sullivan. I have been in Adrian longer than you have been in the nation. If I did not think I was not ready, I would not be going.
Good. Just seems very decided by that, and I mean, yeah, her prior mention of her structural integrity was pretty well spoken. She's like, oh, good. I'm just gonna yell at.
But she just the forces of the worm will intervene and they will feel wrath, like which they've never felt before.
Do you have a particular timeline in mind?
Of what?
When this happens?
No, You do not know what happens in the wild.
I meant when we leave.
It'll take us about a day. Moving quickly. Maybe a day less than that if we're all in Lupus, moving fast.
But you're all ready to move out at any given time?
Just gives a nod. My pack lives in the wild.
I mean, again, it's not a challenge, it's just she's feeling it out because she knows that she wants to have it done before a certain point in time, making sure that Artemi's not planning for it to be further along, albeit considering the fact that she's been champing at the bit till now.
Mm-hmm.
Just a decisive nod. All right. See what I can do to help move things along.
Just nod.
Yeah, then she dares a bit of a smile again. Daringly.
Do.
Ooh.
Where you going, butt?
I probably need to at least briefly consider things like, oh dear.
I mean, you can sit down and talk to your pack and reorganize the plan in Blue Book, giving the report to Scarper, and I can do it in another scene of him running through
Yeah,
things.
I want to take some time and do some
Yeah,
rolls to make
that's
sure I've got my
that
shit
is
straight.
perfectly fine. You can totally do that.
Yeah. Don't want to
Yeah,
push
that's-
too hard. I'll reach
that
too
is-
far.
That's perfectly fine, but
Okay. All right, then yeah, I think with that, she'll nod and hop up and essentially I'll run it by you before I turn it over.
just nod.
And yeah, heads back into the sept proper, as it were.
So join you there, but
Sure.
no.
No.